Interesting. Success. So, welcome. We are doing another game in our coaching series. We are coaching a game for Roberto, trusted mod. Let's see. Where is it? There we go. Now we have proper vision. How do I get the scoreboard to be up permanently?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Scoreboard items. Huh? What? Aha. There we go. Now we got the scoreboard. So you started Duran's Blade. Aggressive. This is typically what the pros start. The pros typically start either Duran's Blade or Corrupting Potion. I mean, you've been here long enough. You know my preference for Cull. This is a lot more an aggressive choice, and in the end, it's actually a nice opportunity to go over the differences. The big difference between Duran's Blade and Cull, I believe, and unfortunately nobody in this game bought Cull to give me contrast. Oh, wow. So, first things first, yeah, I would not have rotated back towards them. I would have kept going top lane. Whatever's happening here now, it's too late. You need to be top lane. You can't afford to fall behind in experience early on. You're already playing as a weak champ. So, in general, like, what happened there, your participation in that mess was over. You should have just gone directly top of that. Luckily, the Echo was pushing, so you missed nothing. That's actually really, really lucky that you did it. So you haven't put a point in yet. I understand that. That's actually another... Like, right now, I'm seeing you do stuff. That's another one of those things the pros do. They hold on to see what ability they may want to go first. Like, maybe you could have seen an opportunity to start E first. So I respect it. Minor stuff. I think made quite a handful of mistakes, but I think also did well in some things. Oh, nice. Very nice. You didn't have your why didn't you use your W? Hold on a second. Your W not up at that time? 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, it mustn't. Wait, 5, 4. There you go. It wasn't up yet. I see. It literally just came up now, and by then it was 2. Okay. Good trade, though. Good trade. And you're going PTA, Prime Rune. I don't know if there's any way to see your other runes. So far, so good. You're harassing him gently. You're conserving your mana and your health. And you've now landed your E on him twice. And now you got his flash. Very good. He's like, these are some pretty beginner mistakes. Oh, wow. This is done from the right side. He's doing some pretty beginner mistakes. He's getting too close to you. When you E forward, like, I feel like I'm giving advice for him. When you E forward, he should be using his, I believe it's his E to dodge, right? Phase drive, yeah, that's the one. He should be using his E to dodge. And Urgod's E is a highly telegraphed ability, so mistakes on his part. But so far, very well played on here. So, something I wanted to mention earlier, Cull. So the difference between Duran's Blade and Cull. Duran's Blade, I believe, gives 6 or 7 AD. Doesn't give health. And gives 3 life on hit. Now, something, like some contrast to give here. Right now, Urgot has 91 AD. With Duran's Blade, that means when he autos, he's getting roughly 3 life a hit. Which is good. I think it's very close to 3 life a hit. It's just about as good as Cull. However, when he pops his W is actually only hitting for 34 damage a bullet, which means that the Duran's Blade is actually only healing for 1 life per bullet on your W. Just to give some idea on why Cull, there are advantages for Cull, but equally there are advantages for Duran's Blade. Like, Duran's Blade gives you more aggression. Like, right there, those trades, You did a bit more damage than you would have done with Gold. Not only that, but you're a lot more durable. Oh, that E. A little late. Good idea, though. Good idea. Right idea. You need a little work on the execution. But so far, like, your E's have been spot on for the most part. So very good. You went to Florida and back. And Bully, oh, you fool. You missed your Amumu game. You got foolied, Outlander. So right now, good. Very good. I like these warning things. Looks like, yes, you and Rex are both getting very good. Again, I must compliment you on that. Your lane opponent just left lane. Oh, perfect. Perfect aggression. Oh, perfect aggression. You timed everything perfectly. That's a kill. Oh, no. Fog of War just saved his life. Wow. The Fog of War. This stupid alcove just saved his life. You know, last year, he would have died. Fucking alcove. Oh, you got him. Okay, good enough. Nicely done. Patient. You waited till you hit 6 and you just cleaned him out. Very nice. Very, very nice. Good aim on the R. One thing I can definitely say, though, is that you are farming pretty poorly. This is a humongous wave. If he had teleport, he'd get it all. And even after this wave gets shoved in, and you collect all the farm here, you're only going to be even with him. So, I mean, again, I'm giving criticism that's also valid for myself. So please do understand, I'm trying to give this from a neutral perspective. Because in general, when I'm playing League of Legends as well, I miss a lot of fun too. I had a game earlier today where I forced my opponent out of lane twice and he still had more CS than me. Go figure. Sometimes there's a price to pay when you're being too aggressive-minded and not enough farm-minded. The best players do both. And right now, the only thing going to Florida is the coronavirus. Just wanted to throw that one in there. Yeah, see, this is a problem. The Echo's 47 CS2 39. You're still way up because you got that kill. So in the end, your sacrifice on farm in order to harass and kill was worth it. Let's see. So you're going Death Stance first. I definitely appreciate that and very good. You recognized that something wasn't right and you backed away. Wow, is this Echo? Didn't press R. What yellow is this? The fuck was that? Echo had his R. Today in the game, you haven't missed CS the first 3 waves. Nice. I think. This is on your gold 1 account. Wow. These guys are just barely under my yellow, essentially. Wow. I thought that the difference between gold and plat would be bigger than this. Or, excuse me, I thought the difference between gold and plat wouldn't be as big as this. Because, yeah, that was really sad. The Echo had his R available, he just didn't press it. They could have ended up getting a 1-for-1, and instead you get 2 kills. You're now most of the way through your first item. He is so far behind. At this point, you can even consider just going aggro whenever. You're level 8, he's level 7. That's something else to keep in mind. Every level you have over your opponent's about 600 gold over them. So, not only do you have the 3 kill advantage to 0. So right now, your gold advantage is more keyboard commands to learn. Oh crap, what have I done? Fuck. God damn you, keyboard commands. Ah, cool. There it is. Cool. OX. Yeah, right now you're up 600 gold. in addition to that, you're up a level. So right now you're up about 1,200 gold. It's when you think about it, you are almost up 50% of his total gold. That is ridiculous. And now that you're 9, disgusting things should happen. And yes, you've maxed your W first. Very good. I mean, you're 9 at this point. You have a massive advantage. At this point, I'd say just shove constantly. You want to be trying to get plates. Like, punish him for being the weaker player, because killing an Echo is really fucking hard. But what you can do is shove, 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 and take plates. Especially since you, like, right now, you saw there was a lot of action around the bot and mid-side of the map. That's a good moment to just focus on shoving constantly and just trying to take what plates you can. You're also, like, he's running out of mana. Shoving as much as he is. Also, apparently, he's asking for help. This poor Echo. Also, is he R'ing back? He is not. Yes, he is. So now he doesn't even have... That was such a mistake. He's got no mana. You can kill him. Yeah, he's dead. Something to keep in mind, he has teleport. He has teleport ready. And he opted to use his R when he has no mana. This feels like a first-time Echo the way he's playing. I mean, no insult to you, you're playing... What the hell? Oh, you teleported. Aha! Nice teleport. This game, what the fuck, man? Why does the replay system suck so much? You're standing still and like, did the game just crash? Then you vanish. Oh, you teleported. Nice teleport. Very good stuff. The Echo hasn't even bothered using his teleport. Nice. Got the plate. And I would also back at this point. I feel like you've spent a little bit too much time here. When you arrive, got the kill and shoved, like, it makes sense to potentially stay for the plate and then immediately back. Because right now, like, you're going to miss quite a bit of farm under the turret. The Rek'Sai will get it, so it's not a big deal. But it's just another opportunity to potentially push your advantage further. Because right now, he's got Proto Belt, which is objectively a much cheaper and weaker item than Death Stains. Proto Belt costs, I think, 1,000 gold less. So you are up a massive amount. Oh boy. Like, you can coach games even from a lower ELO perspective if you have enough knowledge of the game. Keep in mind, your ELO is combination knowledge and skill. Coaching is literally only knowledge. You don't need any skill involved to coach. A Bronze 1 player could coach if he had enough knowledge. Thing is, most of the time that knowledge you can only get from being in higher ELO, so a Bronze 1 player would likely never gain that knowledge. Just saying. There will come a day where my reaction speed is so bad that I'm a lowly silver player at some point. It doesn't mean that I couldn't coach somebody in diamond or above. And yes, I am good. So far, so good. Like, as far as laning goes, like, your biggest mistake has literally just been farming. Oh, this is not good for that. Yeah, that's not good for them. You're gonna kill TR here. Of course you are. Of course you are.
Double kill.
These are knowledge. I can tell you directly right now, the mistakes the Echo is making are entirely knowledge-based. His mechanics don't matter, because he is making some terrible decisions based on the knowledge he has at hand. And the Nocturne should have known that. He should have known that the two of them together could not defeat an Urgot that is level... You were at least level 11 when they were both 9. You had Death's Dance when neither of these guys had any sort of item advantage. They could have made that work, but it would have required perfect execution, and that's not something you can rely on. I cannot express just how disappointed I am in both their decision making. That's not what they should have done. Sometimes you got to recognize how far behind you are and make decisions from a defensive standpoint. This Echo's trying everything he can to get back into the game through aggressive plays and going for kills. And it's... You are. You don't have your R. You do have your R. And you landed it! Ah! You were just waiting for the perfect shot. I see. I see. Line it up. This bucket might happen. So yeah, so far so good. Again, like you're eating one. Come on, man. You should have found a game. Like you definitely make mistakes during games that you carry like this, but then again, this game is still young. There's a lot that can happen between now and the end. Although by the looks of it, your team does win. Right now, you're so outrageously fed. And I will give you this. Being as fed as you are, you're doing the right thing. You've been roaming to other lanes. You've been making impact in other lanes. You've been pressuring the enemy jungle. You're doing everything right. There are a lot of mistakes. Okay. Then, look. Different parts of the game require different ways to play, so it could just be... I'm just making a wild guess here, Roberto. You're saying you made a lot of mistakes this game. I'm guessing they're in the mid and late game and around the team fights. That's definitely something I can help with. So we'll see when we get there. Also, how do I block? There we go. Block on there. Now I don't need to. I don't need to do anything. I'll let the game do the work. How did you not get that move? That's confusing. Yeah, at this point, like, they're gonna take care of the Echo. I don't know why you're rotating. It seems like a waste of time. Echo can't run away from Kassadin. Yeah, see? This was a waste of time. You shouldn't have rotated. I'd understand if it were, like, Kassadin in the top side that you're trying to run down. That champion requires 3 or 4 people to get to. But in this case, like, you lost out on a bunch of farm. Your turret took extra damage. There was no reason. This was a moment where you should have recognized the best thing I can do here is pressure Nick. Because that guy's dead already. And if he's not dead already, then my teammates are fucking up. Not only that, but again, another thing to push. Right now, you're the most fed person on your team. You need your allies to be picking up kills. In situations like that where it's obvious that Echo is alone and your teammate should be able to get the kill, you don't need to rotate. Like, I definitely would understand either shoving mid or going bot lane. You're playing so cautious. I find this odd. You should be shoving. Not only that, but there are no objectives around this side of the map right now, so there's no reason to be down here. I understand walking up and potentially getting some extra vision, but there's no dragon. Yeah, rotating to bot side for a play. This is good. Okay, this is good. Because earlier it was hard to tell what you were trying to do. Ooh! The Flash Fear! You just saved the Thresh's life right there. And you got the Lucian a kill. For a second there I was going to say that was a really greedy thing, getting the kill with your R, when the Lucian most certainly could use the kills, but you used that kill to save Thresh's life, so I take back my unsaid criticism. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Seriously, God, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. Very impressed. You're not playing like a Gold 1 player. You're playing like a Plat Diamond player. Seriously. The farming is, the only thing so far that I've seen that I think... Oh, did you just teleport? Yes, you did. God, that is so confusing. Why is the replay system suck still? Yeah, your R from earlier wasn't up again. What? Wait, it is up. Wait, what? It was up? There it is. Just need it. There it is! Oh, well, Leona got it, so who cares? Damn, 1,000 gold shutdown on your ass. But who cares if Leona got it? Leona don't carry. If you're gonna die, it's a good choice of targets to die to. So right now, just looking from a macro perspective, and that's something I haven't done yet. We should be looking at this game from a not just a micro perspective, but also a macro perspective. Right now, your team has the dragon advantage because they're picking this one up. Your team has the turret advantage. Global gold-wise, your team's at 2K. So far, this game's going well. But this is a game that can spiral out of control easily enough. However, other points to note. Although the bot lane doesn't scale particularly well, Caitlyn's definitely a better AD carry in the late game. The fact that you guys have a Kassadin means that if you guys just make it to 30 minutes, you win. 95% of the time. And considering it's 21 minutes and you guys have a lead, right now, I'd be feeling really happy. And I'd be feeling really happy no matter who I was on this team. You're playing as the Urgot. I can only imagine how happy you're feeling at this point. What, Audrey? Give me your cup, Audrey. Oh. Nice shot. Rex, I killed him for you. Interesting, you're going GA next. Yeah, you're carrying right now. I very much agree with this buy. I'm still more of the mind to go for something like Righteous Glory. Simply because it gives you more options in team fights. And since you are so fucking massive, being able to just get into the enemy team is usually enough to pick up kills. But I do understand going for GA instead. Boots. That's actually a very good point. You really need boots. Because that's the thing, you have no ghost, you got no glory. The only way you're picking up kills with that boots at this point is if the enemy team fucks up. Which they've been doing a lot, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, in general, I'd say you want to complete your boots before you complete your second item. And you want to get your unupgraded boots probably before you complete your first item. Nice, good spot. Ow. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been stuck. Welcome to the club. I don't know why you're here right now. Oh, okay. The Thresh should have thrown the hook. You two definitely could have fought. But yeah, I don't know why you're here right now. There's no objective. There's no dragon here. There's no turrets bot side. I don't know why you're leaning towards the bottom side of the map. Like right now, the only objectives you should be considering, this mid turret, maybe this tier 2 top turret, but Kassadin's on that, and Barret. These are the only things that matter. What's going on? I want to see this fight. Let's see it. From your perspective. So right now there's only 3 of you in the mid lane. Why? Why is this Thresh doing that? Ooh, and you whip the E-Flash. And then you just chain CC till death. Ah, that was a mechanical misplay. And in general, that was a poor decision from the Thresh. This is one of those things that you definitely see more happen on the lower ELO spectrum of things. Because right now, your team has 3 people mid, 1 bot, 1 top. The Thresh is looking for a fight when your team does not have the numbers to go for it. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done from Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai can potentially keep fighting. Nope, never mind. But yeah, that was a huge mistake for the Thresh to look for that fight. What the Thresh needed to do was buy time. And once the fight started, you went in, and unfortunately, because you missed your Flash E, it resulted in a massive loss. That's something else. Like, this is one of those moments where if you had Merc Treads, potentially, you could have been able to actually fight them. But you were chain CC'd solid. If instead of that BF sword or that chain vest, you got the Merc Treads, that could have been a completely different fight. And obviously, landing that E also would have made that a completely different fight. You took a risk. It didn't work. Happens. Because had you landed your E on the Caitlyn probably would have died. I'm gonna be right back. Need to pour myself more alcohol. Sorry for eating up the screen real estate. Alright, big fight happened. Let me quickly go back and let's go to the game. Alright, so let's see. You guys are going for the dragon. 4 of you are here. Kassadin's not. Nocturne goes in. You stay on the dragon. Got the dragon. What just happened? Get way the fuck over there. You grab a lantern? Ooh! Big R! Now the fight can keep going. The Kassadin eventually showed up. Very nice. That was a confusing fight. I think it might have been... What the hell? What are you doing, Urgot? Urgot, what the fuck are you doing? What did you do? You broke him. I think he's as drunk as I am.
Gather your strength soon.
I don't even remember how long this game lasted. Oh. Apparently 33 minutes. Surfing, that's what he's doing. Surfing USA. So yeah, like in the case of this dragon wasn't make or break. This wasn't sole point. In this case, I would have said you should be focusing on making sure your carries are fine. And not necessarily going for the dragon. Your team ended up getting the dragon anyway, so it worked out. And your team won the fight, so it worked out. But yeah, it was a dangerous thing to do in general because Kassadin wasn't there once Nocturne presses R. The Kassadin can't get in. Not until after the R ends. Oh. Damn, you are so durable. This is embarrassing to watch. That Nocturne. The Nocturne just hard suicided there. At this moment, I actually would have said going for Baron would have made the most sense. Because you guys were already here. And you're Urgot with Death's Dance and armor. Like, you can easily tank the Baron indefinitely. I think that was a mistake for your team to go off the Baron instead of just doing it. Rek'Sai was dead. Doesn't matter. You guys easily would have taken it. It's not like the Orianna can contest it. She was the only one still alive. And then after taking the Baron, you easily could have then sieged, taken multiple turrets, and the game. This works too. You guys ended up getting the mid-tier 2, the top tier 2, and you ended up killing the Orianna, making it a full-blown ace. So it still worked. But if this were a pro scene game, 4 people around top side, 4 enemies dead. Yeah, you go for the bear. It isn't even a question. The only reason why you wouldn't do that is if you thought you could end the game right now. And we're 29 minutes into the game. There were still tier 2 turrets, there's no minions pushing, there's no way you're ending the game, so you might as well go for the global objective that will last for 3 minutes and allow you guys to siege when you're already so far ahead. From a macro perspective, that would have been the right move. $173 Echo. Poor guy. 4K gold behind you. Wow, you're the richest person. That's not surprising. Kalen's close. That's actually kind of scary that their 80 carries is doing as well as she is. That Echo's gonna die, isn't he? Oh. No, he isn't. Wow, that Caitlyn is strong. Oh. Nice shot! Again! Dude, your snipes have been on point. Nice. Waiting for Cass to pop off. Yeah, I know. It's actually been really disappointing to see the Kassadin is a minor carry in this game. Very minor carry. You're clearly the major carry. Oh my god. Wait, were you doing W auto micro? Because that's impressive if you were. It's really hard to do that against non-structures. Yeah, that's Soul. I mean, this game feels pretty over at this point. You guys are up by so much. You're 16-3. You are so fed. So as far as itemization goes, Death Stance, Cleaver, Guardian Angel, clearly getting Thornmail. Personally, right now, the Caitlyn's their only threat on the team that you need to worry about, and she's going crit. I would have gone Randuin. I think the Bramble's fine, but instead of completing Thornmail, I would have completed a Randuin's. Because that will give you the most bang for your buck against the Caitlyn in general, and if you ever manage to find yourself in a position to slow down the enemy team with the active proc, it's great. Since you're not going Righteous Glory, might as well get something. The W auto micro, basically, if you use your W for 2 or 3 shots, turn it off auto, turn your W on for 2 or 3 shots, turn it off auto. That sort of micro is really fucking difficult to do in combat when you're actually fighting other players. Very easy to do against turrets, and it adds a lot of extra damage. And what I think I saw him doing down there was doing that W auto micro against players while he was chasing. Very impressive. R, where is it? There it is. And the fear. And the team fight. Yeah, this game is tough out. This game is tough out. Quite the stomp. This is not a game where I feel like there was too much from a micro perspective. I think the only thing I can really give for advice is work on your sneaks. Because you easily, like, it's sad that the Echo ended up with more fun. I know he spent a lot of the time split pushing, but you also dropped a lot of CS, and there were several opportunities where you're sort of waffling between lanes where you weren't farming instead. The only other suggestion I can give is to work on your macro, which isn't necessarily something that you can, work on just yourself, because macro is a team-wide thing. So when I'm saying there's no objective on the bot side, your team should be focusing on mid lane or top. Like, this is one of those things where it's not only that you need to do something, but pinging. Pinging is important. If there's no reason to be bot side, you see players bot side, ask for help mid, ask for help top, whatever. Little extra things you can do to make it better. All right, so that's one coaching game redeemed. Also, before I forget, the Amumu game was redeemed. Now to work on the second coaching game. You're still here, right, Gunkutsu? Yes, you are. All right, let me see if I still have the link you sent earlier. I do. Raffle. Raffle. Patrick Spine. You got it. I'll try to remember that, but that's no guarantees. I will try to.